Hello everyone, Avaira is here. Let's continue the Outer Worlds. So, we're finally done with the second location. And now it is time to move next. What do we know? So, this one, yeah. After the showdown on the monastery, you learned that the traitorous agent Augustin de Vries plans to violently disrupt the peace talks between Altus Choice and the Order of the Ascendant. Find her and stop her once and for all. Follow de Vries to Greater Tranquility Substation. Having learned of de Vries and the Ferris plans, you must prepare to confront her at the Greater Tranquility Substation. The peace talks are being held. Well, it's gonna sound like it's final mission or something, but it logically shouldn't be. One of the things that give me idea that it shouldn't be, it's reputation. Because I did pretty much all the quests possible except for a couple collective quests that I just didn't find the lost items. And I barely scratched the surface of reputation, like what are you supposed to do to go further? I mean, sure, I could do some things maybe differently, but it definitely wouldn't push me further than trusted. There are still two more options there. So it's hard to say. Maybe I don't understand the system, and maybe there's positive, negative, 0 ones only this two on sides, and the rest is just pure negative, pure positive. I don't know. Hard to say how it's done, but it barely moves after any quest. So I literally helped everywhere I could with the Order, and I met Order only on the last planet, and I barely moved from neutral, like a little bit. So yeah, that's questionable. I also killed a lot of this. Okay, Sabrosa is maybe a bit different, but logically I killed exactly this guy's on the last planet, so I don't know. Not sure how it works. Maybe it's just broken. Or maybe we have 200 hours up front. Probably not. Alright, let's do the briefing.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
We can't let de Vries catch us on the back foot again. We need a plan.
Stakes are high. If de Vries sabotages the peace talks, war will continue. Don't need to be a seer to divine that.
Reasonable, we should stop the war. Well, yeah, just rely on bravery is not a good idea. We actually need a plan. The delegations brought their own security, right?
Hope you ain't suggesting they can handle it themselves. They're hardly equipped for a well-timed sneak attack.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent de Vries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, de Vries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
So pretty much every one of the 3, at least, quests on the last planet could lead to different possibilities that de Vries had. So yeah, we stopped 2 of them, but not the 3rd one, because it saved people in the Order, saved the students. Well, that I couldn't do much about. Requirements not met. Whatever that is, it's grenades and sneak. Okay. Leadership. Okay, Marisol. She's a special agent. You have any ideas of what we'll face, more specifically?
It's a comm station built by the Order in the early days of the colony. As Val said, auto-mechanical security measures are a given, and de Vries will surely level them against us. I'd also expect some level of hazardous disrepair, though the unpredictable nature of de Vries and her defectors concerns me more than anything.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms?
Yeah. Well, this is your fight as much as it is mine now. Of course I'll have you.
Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Oh, so I guess moving for me to this place will trigger the sequence. Should I go there straight or not? That's the question, because I technically have also asteroid of shitters that I can return to probably and climb them first. I mean, from logical standpoint, from the game standpoint, let's say, it's very reasonable to go for peace talks because that will happen right now. And we should prevent the war, but apparently time is frozen. So... And that's one thing to do in theory. I mean, somebody will replace them anyway, so not sure how much reasonable even to go and deal with them. But at the same time, it's an opportunity. Oh, the chin together. That's something unusual.
The hostages went home safe. We'll see if those at the peace talks make it back fine as well.
Well, I guess it would be very sunny if it would be otherwise. Let's talk later
May
then.
the plan favor us against long odds.
What about her?
That damn Wiley put us in an impossible situation. I'm glad those hostages can go back to their families, but I fear we played right into DeVries' hands. With that data, she could wreak more havoc than we anticipated. Look, I know the choice is yours on how you want to approach this, but it's my folk in the crosshairs. If something happens to our delegate, I don't know how I'd live with myself. If there's space by your side, I hope you'll call on me.
Oh, she didn't have explosives and other things, so... That at least. They have a chance. Well, I'll consider it.
That's all I ask. If we fail to stop DeVries, this will have dire consequences for the war and everything else. So let's not fail, huh?
That's very reasonable. Okay, I'll talk later. So, she have auto mechanicals. If I'm going for that, I will need a lot of anti-mechanicals equipment, that's for sure. Also, by the way, funny, that's mirrors that we found, I think, no? Like a torch carried into the wilderness, the skip drive guided us to Arcadia. Our landfall on Dredo was not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a eternal dance there. How it's connected to what even? Oh, I guess the reference, yeah, okay, I get it. Oh yeah, didn't find two more mirrors. But then this means that the other thing also connected here. Logically, no. Nah, it's only mirrors, probably. I was also curious, like, why would I need to gather them? But okay, yeah, it's a shame. Alright, so what about that thing? There's mirror pieces? No, that's not it. Merchants Bazaar to reason may know something about the crash. The other archivists point you to a few places to search, named the Saloon, the Bazaar, and Sub-Rosa headquarters. Well, I can return there and deal fast with the criminals, because I guess we will arrive at exactly the time. So, technically I have the time. Yeah, that's Tranquility Station. There is Free Market Station. We're done with Dorado. Same as was and then let's go to Free Market Station. That's asteroid with criminals and black market. We can get maybe some equipment plus deal with shitters and be ready for whatever is coming. that I will need standard physical damage, I guess. I really need mods for the shotgun. The shotgun is amazing, but I don't have any mods for it at all. With any possible mods, it probably would be even better. Surely I would be not against having it. Also, knowing the effectiveness of it, I could buy another one and rework it into electricity or something. Do you have any messages, by the way? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay. Let's do a little bit of maintenance. Let's break all the trash. Because I surely have some trash. Plasma pistol. Yeah, that's the standard one. I have kinetic one. Dual energy modulator, reduce ammo cost. Okay. Machine pistol. Still carrying it. But yeah, the usage is a bit questionable of it. Plasma beam caster. Maybe reasonable to keep it for now, because the beam itself seems like not the worst weapon actually by DPS. Yeah, right, of first 6. DPS 123, Although, this thing have even higher DPS actually, with chain damage. No, we don't need it then. The others won't at least have special type of damage. Charge it. Fully automatic conversion. At expense of reduced damage and damage type side effect application. What the side effect application? I guess because we cannot switch it to different armor. Yeah, but the difference in damage is 2, but this one full auto, which is apparently better, much better. Okay, this designation, explosive burst. Yeah, fire explosive rounds that explode on contact dealing damage with a small radius. That's useless. I'll expand prism sight. Yeah, that's the one that I used to be into, but it's not that great. I don't really need it anymore because now I have Oracle. It is, I guess, in my hand, so it's not here. I put the weakens ropes. Yeah, no, we need this stuff. Dragoon armor, still useless. Everything that don't have at least 18 armor is quite useless to me. Should have some extremely special effects to compensate. Okay. Are they the same? Corrosive, kinetic plasma. Change damage to corrosive. No, I don't really need it, I guess. Although, corrosive damage stacks vulnerable, reducing target's armor. Okay, maybe reasonable to keep one of them at least. Kinetic beam caster. In general, all the equipped weapons are not here. I get it. Yeah, then I don't need this one as well. Yeah, the unique ones, it's kind of not worth it to break. It's more reasonable to sell them. Alright. All items, I have so many things. I never use them. Grenades that raise a thick obscured smoke over the area standing inside. Camouflage them from menace and disrupt enemies. That might help in some cases. Distraction device, definitely not. Oh, and I'm getting energy canister. That's a useful stuff actually. Frost grenade. Oh, different types of grenades can be useful, depends on the situation. Gloop grenade. Grenade that leaves behind a pool of gloop. Detonates in the area. Disable the momentary. Sounds very powerful actually. This one, yeah, mines I never use. I can get some powder from them, so it's never a bad thing. Alright, the rest I can keep. Can I craft anything unique? Probably not. Unless I can craft some ammunition. Shock grenades I have need to. I definitely need to craft more of this stuff. Shells I have plenty. Short rounds I never use anyway. So far at least. Can always craft more. Heavy rounds. That's what I logically will use a lot. But damn, it's costly to craft. It's more reasonable to buy them because they get so much black powder. Well, I'm going to the market anyway, so it's reasonable to go and craft. Alright. What? The Earth Directive found a flaw in you. Hermit. The self-reliance has made you an outcast. Vendors sound less eager to sell to you and prices are increased, but you get a chance to receive double resources when you break down items. Oh, that's what it means. No. 25%, 50% prices always, but only 25% chance for double items. No thanks. That doesn't sound that reasonable. Yeah, now think about
Marisol settling nicely? Well, I assume so. I'm actually a little scared to ask. She's like a character from the Zane and Buddy serials come to life. I mean, the end point? Tell me that don't just scream lead ne'er-do-well in a suspenseful two-parter.
Well, I mean, she's a special
Maybe
agent.
don't tell her I said that, though.
Well, that's fine. Everything will be fine. What about her?
Initializing socialization. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
You tell me. Still smoking suspiciously. I have some questions.
This unit is available to answer any queries.
I'd like an assessment of the crew.
Which member of the incognito would you like assessed?
How do you think Niles is doing?
Agent Avaira has resumed regular exercise and no longer requires hourly provocation to move. These are all strong indicators of improved mental health.
Good for Niles. So, I guess you're really doing well. And didn't back then, right?
Agent Abara's lack of motion was becoming a cause for concern. However, this unit maintains full confidence in his resiliency and current combat readiness.
Good for you. Any thoughts on the nest?
Grafts are known to cause pain and discomfort due to dry, flaky skin and restricted blood flow, among other issues. While Trooper Seelong has declined this unit's offer of therapeutic palpation, she has allowed for a humidifier to be installed in her quarters. For now, Trooper Seelong's overall health outcome remains uncertain. Continued monitoring is advised.
Okay. What about Marisol?
Agent Delgado has asked that this unit not provide unauthorized updates on her aptitude or well-being. She instead requests that anyone wishing to form an opinion of her speak with her directly and within striking distance. Agent Delgado has also asked that the following addendum be provided. That last portion was a joke, to some degree.
Yeah, to some degree. Okay,
This
enough.
unit is ready to answer any and all queries.
No thanks. Right, let's go to the new place. Well, somewhat new because I didn't really check asteroid properly. Want to go to the next location. Now it's time to visit it. Oh, yeah, we're taking Niles and Marisol. Two slots are free. Well, one I know who it is. It was on the other planet, this crazy girl thing. I killed her. Logically someone else will be. If I didn't miss anyone, I shouldn't miss anyone. In theory it is possible, but I probably didn't. Such a pile of trash. That's insane. Pile of trash covered with ants. Some of them even in wrong direction. The game. Let's see what's going on now. I'm strong enough.
Lines treating you? Hear anything good?
Not terribly. My only field-bound compatriot is stationed in Golden Ridge, and all she repeats is endless military twaddle.
Don't tell me you prefer the old days when you were protectorate. For my part, I sure as hell ain't going back to Tau Ceti.
I most certainly do not. Boring now is preferable to instant death lurking around every corner.
Well, I was somewhat neutral to these guys before the last plan, but now not.
Look like quite the haul. Any
Yes.
standouts?
They were clear criminals and murderers.
Notes from a high-profile order researcher. And get this, the corpse of a vigilant. No idea what happened there. Exactly, the high runners are trying to figure out what to do with it.
Seems like nobody cares. Come on in. Feel yourself at home. What do they have here? Money. Nothing special. Oh, okay, let's approach the front. Let's try to do proper investigation, and then we'll see him.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared?
I'm working on it. I hope to get maybe more information from her, but no. There's also Rift, by the way. Just like that. And nobody really cares about that. There's rifts everywhere. In this direction. There's nobody here. Oh, this note. Sorry, but after the last 16 theft, I had to assemble this locking system. My apologies to those of you who've been pawning my belongings to feed yourselves. So that should lead to the shop then. That's not what I need really. As much as I'm curious what's up front, no need really. Okay, it's pretty much just to sneak and steal something. What, this way? I done it. Yay. To this place. Also to climb up also. But that's just normal way. Well, okay. Nothing special. Okay, can trade a bit maybe first. Then start asking locals what's going on.
And live to tell your fellows about my store. Mind telling me if I still got both my eyebrows? Never mind, they were just slowing me down anyway. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection.
We'll see about that.
Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy.
Shock rifle, that's something new. The damage is more than twice higher. Almost thrice higher actually than the other one. Rate of fire lower but not the drastic, and this one have 6 something, this one 4.3. I would say this one definitely doing more DPS, although DPS shown the same actually. Shotgun version of the popular lever action rifle. Or if DPS pretty much same, not much reason really. Expand bonus, yeah. I mean, could try but not necessary. What else? Shock assault rifle. That's different than assault rifle, but the one I'm using. Then a little bit more damage, but that's that. And actually, it's shock by default, seems like. You should own as a protector to find shock troopers. Because I didn't encounter them before, I guess I will encounter them soon. Range shotgun, yeah. Oh yeah, mods for range shotgun. Shotgun hologram sight. Wait, the gun is just scopes. That's not it. What about that? Shock barrel. I mean, shock shotgun surely should work decently, yeah? At the same time, I already have chain lightning shock that logically can disable multiple robots even. So it's kinda better. Sniper rifles user, shock sort of advanced dungeon delay to reduce some cost. Magnification. Actually, nothing special. What about this one? I got there. Heavy rounds. 1.9 rate of fire. That's not impressive. First 25% more slowly, but its bullets explode on hit. Use heavy rounds as ammo instead of long rounds. Gun name Nagata that shoots exploding bullets. There is no mystery here. That must be some reference, but I don't get it. DPS seems mediocre. I can compare it straightforward to many things. Oh, by the rate of fire 8, I was wrong. That's why DPS still quite high. But yeah, actually it's the same DPS pretty much, but this one have chain lightning, which makes it still better. That thing is surprising, have decent DPS actually. It just doesn't work versus any armor that good. But still kinda functioning. Okay, this guy didn't have anything useful. What about others? There was another vendor. Let's cabin. Let's, I guess, different stuff. Wait, what? Open vendor is red? Why? That's confusing. Why isn't vendor is negative? It's maybe just a bug or something. Machine gun. Repeating rifle things. Nails pistol. Yeah, it's all not useful. I've seen something here for heavier. Maximum rifle, 3 rounds burst, weak spot. Yeah, I have already this one. But this weapon have 3 slots, if I'm not mistaken. I only can see upgrades for scope and munition. It's triple barrel, it's different. Okay, that didn't have anything useful really. Yeah. Kinda a lot of mods, but they all useless. What else?
Get caught unaware.
There's probably armor in there.
Look, everyone else here? Nothing you buy from them will matter if you get killed. So armor up. Tell me what you need.
I have a point. How's business?
Booming now. Used to be a few other armor shops on the station. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished. I picked up their inventories real cheap, since they were just taking up station storage. It sure was a convenient windfall for yours truly. Real convenient.
Suspicious. That doesn't sound the slightest bit suspicious.
Exactly. I wish some other sorts around here who like to cast aspersions were as understanding as you.
Yeah, amazing place.
Can do.
So, 13 armor, that's not that great. She have only outdated armor. Nothing special. A shame really. Can buy anything.
Protect yourself. Buy some new armor today.
The second choice, whatever that is, that's a bar. Yeah, this place is mediocre at best. Medical supplies.
Doctor here. Get your stitches.
Got a sale on teeth extraction today. A quarter off with one or more bloodlettings. If you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, I'm your doctor.
Hi, Phineas. Well, in general, yeah. Sometimes it's confusing, sometimes it's frustrating, but most of the time it's still enjoyable. It's kind of mixed experience. Not the best RPG I ever played, that's for sure. Strange balance of weapons and other things. Outside of it, fine game. Like it's just, yeah, it's not 10 out of 10, but it's not a bad game at the same time. Like, I couldn't know how it will be because I went through first one, that would be a good idea to go straight after first one to the second, but it wasn't what I expected. They went quite different direction in development and everything. It's much less freedom than the first game, surprisingly enough. You might think that freedom will grow because, well, they have more budget and everything, but it went opposite direction. They locked everything heavily behind stats and heavily restricted you on what you can do for replayability, but nobody will replay many times a game that goes more than 60 hours or so. So it's kind of strange decision to me. Like, still there is a way to make someone jack of all trades, that's what I did, and that works, but better now. On this difficulty, especially when enemies need like 20 headshots sometimes with shotgun. But it's becoming better, like builds start working better, so enemies dying a bit faster than the beginning. That's progress. But yeah, enemies too spongy. Like they did a good thing, the same as Bethesda with Starfield. They added in Vault in last patch the sliders. You can choose how much will be incoming, outcoming damage, etc. So can make low TTK gameplay. So you die from couple shots, enemies will die from couple shots. Everybody happier. But there you can think more about tactics, approach, because you can't rush because you will be killed apparently. Here you die fast, but still not that fast, and at the same time enemy is extremely tough. With best guns you cannot kill them anyhow fast. Usually. Well, shotgun doing the trick. Shotgun and a bit of risk, that's what's doing the trick so far. Okay, so in terms of frustration, like I want to investigate the place, but I can't ask any questions here, and it's just like, what am I supposed to do? What of the Sun Giga? What the hell is this? Let's been how to confirm the. Oh yeah, primers. Yeah, I don't need primers. Yeah, pretty much can buy anything here, which is not so surprising because it's location kind of between first and second world. I already finished with the second. So what do I know by the quest? Another archivist you encountered has asked you to uncover the event that led to the scuttling of the ACS free market. Acquires Otto's information. Immersion in the bazaar auto reason. But not something about the crash. Actually going from the site in his shop, that's the way to get information if I cannot persuade him. I should try to speak with him first. Search for clues. The other archivist pointed you to a few places to search, namely the saloon, the bazaar, the Broza headquarters, around the Reckon, and around the station. Well, yes. Saloon's an option. I'm curious about Sabrosa headquarters we can visit it.
You need coveralls, we got coveralls.
What is this? Armor shop?
I might not know what all my wares are, but I'm sure we can find something you like. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide.
To his auntie's choice here. So got quite the connection. How'd you come into all this?
Used to be part of Auntie's Choice. Nothing special, just a pilot for light cargo vessels. Had a lot of time to think with just the void for company. Eventually decided I was sick of being overworked and underpaid and made off with my cargo. Turned out to be generic clothes, work gear and such. More of a market for it out here than I would have guessed. I've bolstered my wares since. You should give them a look.
Oh, okay, let's see.
I got rags, fineries, and everything in between.
20 armor, that's actually better than I have. Resistance plus 30%, but 5% resistance, not. Oh yeah, cost cut materials. This one 8 and dentures plus 10%. Oh, they all. Immune to corrosion effects and the same cost cut materials. Well, maybe not even that bad. Toxicity, expand damage. Would be nice to see my armor. Yeah, I think it's... yeah. So I have additional 10% damage resistance, but that's armor in mod. I in theory can install it on new armor as well. So it's just plus 4 armor. Authorized materials. You no longer take damage from burn, instead hidden while burning. Oh, that's actually a good bonus. Well, yeah, maybe I shouldn't buy for now. Okay, let's look around. Then this. Did that count as saloon?
Error. Roach sales grandstanding not found. Preparing sniveling servitude protocol. Complete. Greetings, most valued and attractive customer. Want me this unit rehydrate for you?
Are you in charge of the stall all by yourself?
Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222 days ago. When last seen, Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those, redacted, sub rosa, redacted, a lesson. Nobody extorts Gerald T. Wenrich.
Well, his business still continued to exist, despite him being most likely deceased. Let's see what we
All
get.
wares were at some point cooked fresh.
At some point. Yeah, I'm not sure why would I need it really. Yeah, health restored, but just not worth it. I could sell as well some goodies, because I have too many of some items. Like 4, I have so much of the stuff. I can't possibly spend so much. Can I? Yeah. So not all of it, but I don't know, some. Because I surely have too much of it. Armor clothing. Why do I have this? I have no clue. The other things seems like I don't have too much. Wait a second, I have some clothes. Why do I have them? Why is they weren't in equipment even? Yeah, that's... oh, I couldn't just break it, but I still have it. Yeah, I should just sell it. Nobody need this stuff anyway. Oh yeah, and this stuff. Projectile that comes too close will automatically be destroyed at the cost of a user's energy. Let's keep this one, might be useful. Let's put damage holster, what am I using? Crit damage, crit chance, that's more effective. Can increase hidden from a medical... yeah, that stuff is amazing. Well, it doesn't have weak spot, but yeah, crits are good, so I guess I can sell this one. Bomb suit I'm keeping in case of bombs, actually. If the boss or something would be like this, it might be actually be helpful. Sentience, 30% of damage taken naturally regenerates. Damage resistance, yeah, this one not that great. That's bomb set, okay, good. Well, making some money, that's for sure. And gain damage resistance was burst below 50% health. Nah. Usually if I'm in trouble, they're already dead anyway. Some damage is gain explosives. Then chance to gain bonus resources and breaking down items. I definitely don't need to waste mods for that. Damage from toxicity. Not the worst thing actually. Damage by an enemy in melee, this must stun owner by enemies for 8 seconds. I usually been one-shotted in melee, but still. Maybe.
Meals currently sold with both salt and pepper. Available today.
What does my actually mods? Yeah, this one fully modded. Armor fully modded. For gun I only encountered 2 mods out of 3. I have no idea what to show for the other one. Oh, pretty much, yeah. Barrel and optic. Barrel, yeah, I don't have any barrel mods. And by the way, wait a second, damage is 93? Oh yeah, it's marksman one. Yeah, this one is marksman. And that one 31 damage only. DPS is quite questionable, but at the same time no bullet should miss, so in general DPS should be not bad on any distance. Smoke grenade. I mean, I don't really need it. Alright. So I can see there's a lot of bad things going on around, but I can't do much about that. But this guy had him out. He's auto.
Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions will be working soon. In the meantime, I've plenty of miscellanea for sale.
No offense, but you don't seem like much of a merchant.
Well, none taken. I never intended to be. But when life breaks your jaw and shoots out your knees, may as well learn to get good at crawling, right?
I want to ask you about the crash of the free market again.
Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark and lonesome hours of the night.
Well, taken hard enough when you're focused, and you aren't focused.
You can tell? Damnation. Sounds like you know what it's like working with technology. Maybe I can confide in you. Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented, but not very good at hiding it. The supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodging.
Didn't realize there was politics even among grease hands.
In Auntie's choice, there's politics among waste technicians. My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach orbit, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky.
That's some deadly sabotage. How many people died, even? Hundreds? Thousands? That's not good. Sounds tough. Sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back to subjects that aren't this? I got goods to sell.
Reasonable.
Be happy to...
Send some materials that I already have. Although he can sell powder... Damn, it's expensive. It's quite expensive. Oh, at the same time, if I need to craft something to go, that's the only way.
Anybody even listening to this? Let me tell you stuff.
You just did. So what do we know now? Once you found there's new character, return to Archives Tower to tell her what you discovered. No, I don't think that I did. So what I already did? Okay, so on Bazaar sub-browser headquarters. That's pretty much done. Now I know how they crashed. Sub-browser headquarters. Where are these? That's the question.
Blades, bludgeons, bombs, blunderbusses. We shot it all.
No, I guess in Saloon I can get some information. Don't really want to talk with criminals.
The tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
You realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body.
Considering anyone who would protect the bartender, all locals shouldn't have guns.
Maybe if you would actually purchase something, I'd help you find your quarry. Well, might. Actually, might's a strong word. Sorry about our friend here. No matter how slow I talk, the words free market station is independent and does not bow to the protectorate don't seem to be registering with him. What can I get you?
No, he cannot believe it, apparently. What looks like the deal with your unwelcome guest?
Aside from irritating me, I've been making it my business not to know. We at Free Market Station don't get involved with partisans, especially obnoxious ones. He may stay so long as he doesn't cause real strife, but that's it. You want to know more? Ask him, not me.
Reasonable. What was those masks some of the Sub-Rose agents have?
If you were running a less than legal group, would you want everyone knowing your agents' identities? I don't think so. Lots of folks in Sub Rosa have friends and family elsewhere. Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate predominantly, but some order. If their identities somehow got out, those friends and family are suddenly going to look like much juicier targets. It's safer for everyone this way.
Well, they could bring their families here, but okay. Just this way everybody knows that they belong to Sub Rosa, which makes them target as well. Any rumors circulating around the station?
Always. For example, there's some kind of hoity-toity collector type parked upstairs. Supposedly, she's willing to sell some of her collection if you impress her. Laws.
That might be some weapon collection? By chance? Oh, yeah, I need to check on that. Let's see, stock. Yeah, a lot of booze that I don't need. No thanks.
Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be.
This guy is fully dedicated to his thing. What seems to be the problem here?
I came to meet with the information broker for, Protectorate business, Protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the Protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but.
Do I need to be invited to the broker? Would be nice for me to get to this broker. Why not let him have an audience with the broker? At least he wouldn't bother you anymore.
See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
Well, business broker sounds like it could be useful somehow. Maybe you can work together.
You suggest a partnership? An arbiter working closely with a third party is unheard of. But I suppose if I've no choice...
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into.
Well, let's hear it.
Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
I probably have seen all there. How exactly do these refugees work with the broker?
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out?
Getting fresh from broker could be useful for sure. Seems like a plan, I mean.
Great! Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao.
Okay, let's be polite. Avaira, ever worked with a partner before?
When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Okay. Back to Golden Ridge. Well. I guess it's better to deal with this first before I will wreak havoc here. Because I suspect that my investigation which should lead at least it would be nice if it would lead to exterminate foes of Sub Rosa, but not sure that it's possible. Okay. I guess I can turn. It's apparently didn't deny us from the main mission, but main mission will not jump anywhere. As far as I understand, they will not begin without us. Yeah. Trying to Golden Ridge refugee camp to defy what occurred here. I need to fly away from here then. This game, maybe this is a companion that I missed actually. Possible. Okay. Why are you here?
No offense to Val, but it's real nice having someone watching my back who ain't in constant need of recalibration.
That I already heard.
Need something, Commander?
Not really. Let's fly to the other place. Just a couple side missions before we go for the main one. Yeah, this should be on the radar, no? It's called Golden Ridge, Dorado. Like, nobody mentioned Dorado, that's why I never remember the name of the planet. Everybody called Golden Ridge, the place, so eventually, because it just plays on the planet. Well, same group. I'm pretty happy with this too. They have decent abilities, they decent characters, and very much reasonable to carry them, so a bit more question for... Oh, so this place, yeah, that's the only place where I couldn't get. Now I understand why. I knew that I will need probably a quest for that. Now I'm very much positive about that. Okay. Yeah, here's the training gun. Now there's a big hole here. That wasn't here before. Guess because the camp was in fine shape and now it's not. Am I supposed to meet the guy? I guess he's already inside. Tell me that he killed everyone already?
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself.
the options. Any ideas on who would do this?
I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an arbiter, I would care to acquire proof.
So he is not fully, how to say, shaped. He's not fully just obeying to the letter, but actually following his own thoughts. That's not too bad. So wait a second. Arbiters don't require evidence. You must not be too concerned with justice then.
We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will. Thus, we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house.
Okay. Losing corpses. Yeah, somebody came and killed them. Judging by the way it looks, people were shot. It doesn't look like it was any creatures or whatever. So a lot of stuff is broken, but that's maybe how it was by default. Hard to say. That protectron auto-mechanical. This auto-mechanic has been heavily damaged. The barrel of its integrated weapon is warped from heat damage. It seems its target selection system is overwritten. Oh. So somebody could hack them and they could wreak havoc. Okay. It's not that straightforward. Heading to something like a hospital. Well, there was bridge perimeter in the center. Gates. Don't see so far any other alternative ways made by somebody. Uranium grenades and some useless gear. Guess I can peek on this from that side. But eventually it looks better than it actually is. Just few items.
Is that? Yes, that's an incisor, all right.
It kinda looks like it's possible to climb there. And it is. That resident. What life can be without sovereign guidance? People can live without it, apparently. The sniper rifle has such a laughable damage, it's so weird. There may be somewhat okay for full stealth build, but that's it. If you have full weak spot and stealth, maybe you can do at least some damage with that. Then this, by the way. You can blend and bend. Somebody could use something to, well, lie there. I can squeeze there myself. get here? No. Last distributor, that's not it. So far I can tell that somebody hacked the place. At least one auto mechanical got hacked, which killed a lot of people. But he was put down, and somebody finished the rest. This corpse has a series of standout wounds, but you were unable to gauge much about what may have caused them. Well, shots or stabs, it doesn't matter. Definitely not creatures. The rest you, well, can't figure out anyway. Somebody sabotaged the place and then killed the rest. The purpose is unknown so far. Okay, what else can I find here, possibly? I need to check this linen pond. And also... this one I checked, no? Yep, that's just the same container. Somebody arrived here, I would say. Maybe. We used them to fly away, but I would say arrived, because people looked here. And they're dead now. Somebody maybe landed here. Use whatever is supposed to land. Kill first people, then sabotage the camp. Pretty much explode the gate. There's also this one behind. Not sure how this thing's supposed to work because now I've seen them active. Yeah, I don't see anything else here. Well, I guess I need to speak with the guy. It's not like I can get more information here. It's also kind of a way of climbing up, isn't it? It's very strange that we met only there, but the camp is technically begin here. But now it seems like everything's lifeless here. Just piles of junk. And if somebody broke the entrance, somebody either entered through it or left through it, one of two. What's the reason to break it if you're not using it? Alright, where is the guy? Oh yeah.
I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here.
Well, I like that you're saying we, because I have hope that you also uncovering something. Well, I found something I think might be important.
Inform me.
One of the corpses had some pronounced wounds.
The fact that this camp isn't a bullet-strewn ruin suggests it was wiped out by something precise, or at least not as destructive as traditional weapons of war. Did you learn anything by examining the body?
There are a lot of different boxes just with huge bullet holes, so hard to say about precise weapons. Well, there are some large burn wounds, consistent with a shock cannon, caused by a dragoon's weapon?
I ascertained the burn wounds, but I theorized plasma damage, not electrical. Seems I must brush up on my ballistic know-how. Did you have anything else?
Well, yeah. There was a destroyed automech deeper in the camp.
That auto-mechanicals would fall in the camp's defense is logical. That there would only be one is not. Did you notice anything interesting about it?
Yeah, the targeting mechanism was undamaged, but the perimeter slot was empty.
Then it was fighting blind. Doesn't seem like something a defensive automech should be doing.
Well, in any case, I didn't find anything else. I'm done with my investigation. I think I've discussed everything I wanted to.
You're certain? You've combed the place to your liking?
I guess I have.
Then let us debrief and see if we can't deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people?
How do you think they died?
I have a strong theory, but there are gaps. I'd like to hear your own analysis, and we may compare where our ideas converge.
Yeah, what's the options? I'm not sure that they were killed by automechs. Not clear at all. Well, the variants are very weird. I wouldn't choose any of them really. Well, perhaps the bartender was lying. Maybe the broker killed these people.
No. Sub Rosa could have cleaned this entire business up without anyone knowing were that the case. Focus on observations. Although I'm no ballistics expert, the death wounds on the corpses appear to match those inflicted by an automech. Have any theories about the automechs that did this?
Well, there's one line here. Scavengers could take them, in theory, yes. They definitely reprogrammed mechs not far from here. Kinda feels like they didn't really expect it, on the other hand, hard to say, really. Well, yeah. I think the camps auto-mechanical were reprogrammed to target the refugees.
My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised?
Why does it feel like you already know the answer and not testing me?
I may have a strong theory, but I do not have a definitive answer. Indulge me. How do you think the mechanicals were corrupted?
Wow. About defective is very weird phrase. Well, somebody did it, I guess on purpose, but how? Did somebody also blow up the gates and left the place? I don't have any ideas.
I submit that the refugees predominantly used the local shortwave tower to control their automechs. The saboteur commandeered it and sent out an override. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees?
That's a good question, actually. You got any ideas?
Yes. That relay tower in the rear of the camp was clearly not built by the refugees, but stolen from the Protectorate, which likely means that they were Protectorate as well. The refugees must have used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa.
Yeah, but the Protector wasn't happy about this. How do you think they blew their cover?
After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to.
Yeah, what's the options? Well, all this you already knew.
Theorized. I knew this was an ex-protectorate encampment, but wasn't sure it was a Sentinel's doing until this moment. They operate in clandestine ways. Now with that finished, we... Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry. The machines return, bent on eliminating any stragglers. To arms!
Oh, damn.
Target analyzed. Amplificator at ready scan. Integrating the effect. Amplification in progress.
That's questionable until how much damage did this machine?
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say
Are you kidding me? Why is the grenades run? It's always supposed to choose the other one. I have wrong weapon. Yeah. I have no idea how to swap it. Ah, damn it. Okay, what about this? Maybe I need a different weapon and it's not equipped. Yes. Yeah, that stuff works absolutely fine.
electrical dampeners failing.
It's the best weapon with auto-mechanicals.
You held your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again.
Just this guy is the mini one. Seems like. So, what's the plan now then? Oh yeah.
I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
Well, makes sense, yeah. Okay, back to the ship then. Okay, so it's just was Protectorate. Mr. Soft didn't expect that they would work in how he mentioned clandestine ways. They would just, yeah, use brutal force. Which makes sense, they have all the power. Yay, remember this game, action in space, you can fly. Not just run around on some random rock. Wait a second. Actually damaged. But yeah, it's very reasonable to have anti-robot gun all the time, because you will never know when you will need one. And actually, it's a bit redundant to use marksman rifle in addition to it. Should try to use this one for some time and see how it will work. And something, well, not sure how much you need anti-organic anything. Yeah, not gonna launcher. It's also not the worst option. I'm not sure that this guy is companion. Didn't show the face like the others.
Just heard back. The higher-ups finally decided to just bury the corpse of that vigilant. Move on. Sounds like it was for the best. What the hell were we doing with them? Yeah.
The question is, where is the guy? Well, probably in the same place, but hard to say. Yes, he is.
Salutations once more.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
We've been to the camp you wanted us to look at.
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired.
Well, hard to take much thoughts in that, with so many dead.
I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen. Working beside you was a pleasure.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind?
Let me guess. That will be an ambush. Well, I think I see what you're getting at. Well, more smoke, more mirrors.
Just trust me and go give it a look.
Salutations once more.
Okay. It's the basement. The question is how to get to the basement. That's not the basement. Do they have a card here? Oof. That's one dirty toilet. Wow. Is that is that? Well, I guess he's just not saying straightforward that the broker's down below. Hard to say. This guy is just literally sleeping. Is that supposed to be broker? Or what's going on? Oh, let's see. Terminal locked, please enter postcard. Bypass. Good morning, Sky now. Well, I'm stuck in market only. I'm not playing actively Mortal for now. I'm waiting for Sarduka. Waiting for some influx of players. For now, it's not there. So far, it's still the same people. So, we'll see. On Sarduka, we'll go for it again. We'll see how exactly it will be, but sure will be fun at least for some weeks. Okay, retrieve document. Free market. Subject that says free market firms, blah blah blah. Compromise in finance. Angelo, I'm hereby tripling my fee. I specifically left all this clothes to get away from all this void damned paperwork. Then you asked me to go hunting through old ship documents. Took me 20 plus hours to do all this searching. Forces that we can't even meaningfully cash in on the reg. There was one behemoth of a salvation agreement out on it, dating from a couple months before the invasion. When it went down, somebody came in, stripped the most valuable components, and made a fortune. Everything left ain't worth the expense of picking through. Sorry to disappoint you, except I ain't. Pay me. Okay. This now opened. Minister Desmond Buchanan, Milver Street. Compromise in finance. Milver Street keep a tight lid on his public persona. Figures in the way he presents himself is how he keeps his beats flowing. No dead spreads in his closet, no red on his record. But one of our people spotted him wandering around some Blackwater on Paradise Island in the wee hours of the morning wearing naught but his hat. Had no idea who might make use of this information, but you know how it is on these chairs. Any dirt's dirt enough. Okay, that's so useless. I mean, in a way. Dangerous occurrence. Your curiosity often gets the best of you. When hacking into terminals on the piece of tech, you often waste by passions to learn an extra thing or two. Plus one by passions required to hack, but 100% experience from hacking. I mean, maybe. I'm not hacking that often, but double XP is double XP. Accept. It's also kind of suit the character. I actually, yes, will happily waste anything to get more information. But okay, I went to the center. Mentioned the number, maybe I actually need to trigger a number or something to, well, open maybe something else. Yes, this one, I suppose. This guy is just sleeping. Or dead, hard to say. Can't even speak with him. Is this broker?
Anyone had asked me, I'd have put the odds of a live arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses.
Begin from the threads. Not sure why Sabrosa would see me actually as a friend. Tristan, you had something you wanted to ask this guy?
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
Someone want to fill me on what's going on?
I shall in time, when fewer prying ears abound.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Okay. Can I ask some questions?
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining wayward sprats.
There is a lot of Sabrosa. Should I leave it or should I kill it? That's the question. Because I'm quite in the heart of the shitters. At the same time, the party runs the whole place. Which doesn't mean much really. Couple of vendors, half of them shitters, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I should first return with information and then decide what to do. If information insurance policy taken out on the ASS free market, yeah. Zone Bazaar, Sabrosa headquarters. Okay. Probably will stay open, but can't say for sure. We'll see about that. Here's the guy.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that Had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together?
So he is companion after all. Why do you want to travel with me?
I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter. Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was at least a start. Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support.
He have no ship, but he fly back and forth to the planet, no problems. Who do you think killed her?
I do not know your allegiance, and accordingly shall not speculate. Suffice it to say, for now, that I fear the true killer is within the Protectorate.
I think that a high-ranking arbiter would have their own ship.
Utilizing one of our craft for independent purposes would have rendered me conspicuous. I knew Sub Rosa would offer steady transport as long as I paid their exorbitant fees, just as I knew they would collect information on my every movement. But I neither trust them nor have the funds to continue this relationship for much longer. You, on the other hand, have proven to be a capable partner.
How do I know I can trust you?
I hold my word in highest regard. Were I to pledge allegiance to you, the pact would be nigh unbreakable, barring some extreme action on your part.
Okay. And I guess Protector didn't sanction this investigation.
My colleagues have accepted that her death was a natural one. Questioning an explanation of that nature is foolish, dangerous even. Nonetheless, the circumstances of her death trouble me. I cannot allow myself to accept the explanation that's been put forth without investigating to the fullest of my abilities.
Well, suppose I'm convinced. You can accompany you, but you need to follow my orders.
I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow?
Well, I will be dealing with people of multiple factions. No killing them without my go-ahead.
I should have considered this eventuality. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end.
Understandably so. Quite reasonable.
Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
I won't argue he seems capable, but let's be mindful where his true allegiance lies.
Wow, apparently, but he can't do anything about that. Well, Marisol, there are a few too many of us. Go back to the incognito.
And miss all this stimulating conversation? Fine. I shall go scrapbook my memorable intercessions, or otherwise reinforce your notion of activities enjoyed by people of my vintage.
Let us be off,
Exactly.
Commander.
Alright, so...
May whatever we discuss aid in the destruction of our foes.
Can we not be so puffers? Okay, like to discuss personal matters.
Certainly. I consider myself an open tome.
Really? How's the knife of an arbiter treating you?
Quite well. I am able to uphold justice wherever it may flag. Bolstered, of course, by your steady support. Was there more in this vein you wish to discuss?
Yeah, he's questionable person for discussions. Talk a lot about the Sovereign. What's so special about him?
Why, he is of the Matriarch's direct lineage.
And? That part I get. Why does it matter?
Only he possesses the understanding to lead us all. Someone not Matriarch ordained would bring the Protectorate to ruin. May his leadership of Arcadia last for many years. I hope someday to be party to his glorious presence. If I had one wish, it would be that he leaned less upon the Consul's guidance. The Sovereign alone knows what is best for Arcadia. Meddlers should not be abided.
Logically, for investigation, you need to have critical thinking. At the same time, this guy fully lacks it in terms of the Sovereign ideology. I wouldn't mind hearing more about your relationship with the Supreme Arbiter.
She taught me all that I know. Her teaching style was stern, but enlightening. If ever I erred, she would teach me to avoid making such a mistake in the future. Though she did not raise me from infancy, I was brought into her tutelage quite early. I spent a great deal of my life looking up to her. Her death weighs leaden on my shoulders. We must find her killer and bring them to justice, lest justice in Arcadia truly fall to ruin.
I could help him with that, because he seems like somewhat okay at least. Also, it's my chance to see more of the innards of this Protectorate. How do Sentinels and Arbiters differ, by the way?
In every respect, save being humans, and perhaps even that is arguable in the Sentinels' case. Where Arbiters uphold justice and loyalty within the Protectorate, the Sentinels operate on its fringes. They are clandestine operatives, little more than alleyway backstabbers. I find them wholly unnecessary. As you might expect, they are the Consul's pet project.
So they appeared only after the Council. Well, they doing all the dirty work, I suppose, for them. Alright, that was all I wanted to know, I guess. Actually, I want to know what the idea of where to go with the investigation, really. But I don't really see the option. Find out the mirror pieces. Yeah, that's a quest. I don't really have a quest for investigation with him for whatever reason. Maybe only after return to the ship there will be something. I need more information on the local thing.
Any friend of the broker is a friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm not
Libations
sure
or
how much
information?
his...
What's your poison?
Not sure that I'm his friend, but okay. Rufus Tristan? Wait a second. Was a quest apparent? The arbiter measures, yeah. Tristan thanks you for help and offered to roll together. I guess later he will ask me or something, maybe on the ship.
Oh, come now, Prospero, you've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you, and you're not one for looking bad. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers.
You think you could be well informed. I have a question about the crash ship.
You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station, and if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me a spot of help. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance. My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence.
Like some vodka? Why are you even trying to impress this person?
She knows my real name. Prospero's just a stage title, as it happens. There's a certain kind of intimacy that I fear shall be difficult to ignore.
Well, I could help, but what do you have in mind?
Liquid courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The automech chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be headstrong. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg-aged whiskey. Something of a collector's item, I'm told.
Oh yeah, collectors, there's also here. I need to check on this guy. Well, I'll keep an eye out.
If you'll excuse me, an artist must be granted solitude to properly amass his mental forces.
So he can give me the last piece of information, or at least one of the last pieces. For that I need to visit this metal can of a bartender. Wherever that guy was. Somewhere here, yeah.
Shop here. If you became violently ill after eating here, please feel free to write our stall an angry letter, then burn it. What may this unit rehydrate for you?
I sure will. I'm looking for a special brand of alcohol, iceberg-aged whiskey. Do you have any?
Yes, iceberg-aged whiskey is currently on reserve for Prospero Paulo. Current customer is not Prospero Paulo. Unit cannot vend to current customer.
Amazing. Are you sure? Let me open it up. Remove individual identification right there.
Scanning error. Cannot ascertain identity of current customer. Purging all vending restrictions. Eliminating one restriction. Vending iceberg-aged whiskey complete. Thank you for your patronage.
Nice.
Shop here to acquire fine food for cheap.
Okay, now I need to deliver this whiskey.
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on not being nervous does not, in fact, help one not be nervous.
Yeah, this guy's quite helpless. Well, somebody put an order in for a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey.
My friend, excellent. Thank you. Very well, you wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for a sordid tale of drama and woe?
Well, I can hardly wait.
Everyone knows that the free market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her heart to those inclined to break it. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure.
So, she crashed the ship.
Indeed she did. The crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate, but alas, too late. That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again. And now I must get ready for my set.
It doesn't give much information, really. Same shit. That's a bit disappointing. So, Mr. recounts a certain detail of what he believes happened in the free market's final moments. Well, I mostly already understand the answer. Was sabotage. One person did, it seems like. People tried to save it but failed, and eventually it got crashed. What a surprise. Not sure what else I can find about this right now. I mean, still possible, I guess. Also should be headquarters, but headquarters... We're supposed to be Sub-Rosa headquarters here, really. I'm not entirely sure. There is something at the beginning that I actually didn't tell quite. Maybe I should.
Get caught unawares, all you like.
I kind of got between these places exist, so I guess it's not bad in general. At the same time, this place run by shitters, which could be clubbed. But if I will club shitters, just some other shitters will take their place probably.
Do you mind if I don't pay you no mind?
Okay, I can speak with her anyhow, seems like. I mean, I technically can. This will gonna stop me, yeah? Hello there.
Hope that wayward science type didn't disturb you much, friend. We of the station normally do our best to dissuade partisans from making nuisances of themselves.
Other options. Well, actually our conversation was pleasant. Maybe folks should be more open-minded.
Ain't surprised they're pleasant to you. You don't have to worry you'll be made a target. All that aside, enjoy your time on the station. Don't get into any trouble.
Amazing. That doesn't give me any information. And I have no idea where exactly headquarters are. By the way... Oh yeah, that doesn't lead anywhere. I'm just curious now where their headquarters, Logica, was the broker is. I don't like such piles of garbage. Nobody talkative. That's second chance, yeah, that's different. His cigarette just flying in the air. Yeah, there's a merchant. Yeah, I didn't see anything else left. Pretty much their headquarters. The headquarters in the second choice. Pretty much. The ones that near the broker. There was also a mention of upstairs, yeah. Connector. Let's visit connector. Wherever that guy is, I would say here.
Up to no good. Good.
This place ain't half bad. I've been to seedier underbellies.
Can get there. Would assume that could be connector, maybe this guy.
No time to chinwag. More.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle?
I have no idea what's going on. Well, if you expect a duel, it's not going to go the way you think.
Oh, no. I only ever fought one duel against a feral cysty pig when I was very, very inebriated. I've learned to keep my combat metaphorical. Never getting that toe back.
Okay. What are you preparing to do battle over?
Cards, my dear. Of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own.
Well, I have a few here. Is this enough?
Sporting! Let us do battle! That's an impressive number of cards, my friend, but not... Wait a moment. No, your cards. You have multiple that I do not. Your collection has defeated me.
Easy. So... Can I see what you have for sale now?
Though this defeat leaves the taste of dirt and blood in my mouth, I am not dishonorable. I present to you my other collected wares. I have no doubt they shall impress.
Please do. And she just left. Can we... Can we talk? Can we trade? Oh. So I was right, she's coming exactly here. Alright, let's see. Helmet, some weird things, a hammer, saber. That's probably a gun. I would assume a frozen type, but nothing that I would actually like. Oh, okay, let's speak.
Greetings again. You may have defeated me last time, but I shall rise from the ashes someday. In the meantime, you're welcome to browse my collection.
Alright, let's see.
Behold!
So, Spectrum Dance Saber performs a prompted dance action to keep the beat alive. Prototype weapon intended to motivate soldiers through song. Unfortunately, R&D failed to consider the effects of combining dance and wickedly sharp weapons. Alright. Pitch bomb machine. Shooting with mini rockets. Actually, it's rocket launcher. Fires explosive pitch balls. Damage increase with numbers of connected tossball and pitch ball currents. Ah, social skills more and more. Blockers who try to catch these may find themselves short a few limbs, which is relatively normal for pitch ball. Oh, that one is a weapon, but it's cost 9,000. It's not worth it anyhow. None of this. What about this? New point of view, key 2. The word through, getting a digital filter. Oh, that I could get otherwise anyway. Jackpot. Hit at least 3 times for a free spin. Match 2 reels for a prize, match all 3 to win the jackpot. Whatever that means. That's some collection of trash. Oh, there's a card for Christian. That's the only useful thing and it's cost reasonable sum. The rest is not worth it. A shame. Yeah, that's quite a disappointment. Alright, what else can I do? And still can go in. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, how about this? I recruited a Protectorate subject direct like from Bastion, middle of a Protectorate holding. Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject? Forgive me for withholding my applause. You're jealous of my charms. Yeah, real jealous. So are the half-dozen AC ad execs I recruited last week. We're all just vomitous with envy.
Can't chit-chat. I got a line on something.
Welcome to the true free market, friends. Keep an eye out
you
for
never get
snitches.
caught.
We got a good thing going here.
Amazing.
Keeping everything above board? I hope not.
Lots of trash. Can I get any terminal maybe here to find even more information? Though logical information that I obtained actually from headquarters, so logic obtained all the information possible. Yeah, seems like I cannot do much here. Not entirely sure that this is their headquarters. Logic it should be. They have broker.
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining wayward sprats.
So Rosa headquarters Tashroom Kion. So this is some Rosa, yeah. Well, I don't know. Guess such place will exist anyway, even if I will kill everyone. Survivors will just take their places. It doesn't do much. This one at least doesn't kill everyone on site, that's something. And if I don't like them.
You know who to visit.
Well, time to leave this criminal then.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared?
Well, I think I've collected all the information I'm going to get. But the problem is, yeah, I received information from multiple sources, but it seems to be a bit contradictory.
That's hardly surprising, considering the station's predilection for gossip. So long as you provide us the information, we can parse through it and decide fact from fiction. Are you prepared to present what you have learned?
Yeah, I think I've got it all of it.
Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. How did the ACS free market meet its end?
Well... Well, some documents in the Sub-Rosa archive seems to record an enemy agent causing the crash.
It sounds like Auntie's choice security measures leave something to be desired. I'll mark that down. Aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments?
Well, the crew tried to overpower the captain, but they weren't able to stop her.
An incompetent captain and an incompetent crew. Tisk tisk.
What a surprise.
Last question. Were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might recontextualize what actually happened?
Well, Altus and the ship put a sewage contract on the ship, then stripped it after the crash.
Scuttling an entire freighter and killing hundreds, all for a few extra bits. Interesting to know. Thanks to you, my report is complete. Here, something for your considerable help.
Oh, yeah. So what did you conclude from what I gave you?
Auntie's choice seems to be inundated with its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes.
Amazing. Well, I thought you would complain the historical record.
I am! If Free Market Station survives the war, this will be a very important historical account. But if the Order fails in Arcadia, none of that will matter. I'm just making the most of what you gave me.
Amazing. Cannot say that I appreciate it, but I at least understand your reasoning.
I'm glad we're of like minds. I'll be sure to notify my friends in the Order that you can be trusted. Now I need to get this report to my superiors. Thanks again.
Yeah, that is done. And a level up. Well, at least some result of all this. No, I definitely need to raise speech. That definitely will be needed. And hiking to get access to things. Observation, yeah, I would say as well. Companions. Oh yeah, Tristan, I have some perks. He's fighting with some huge ass hammer. Tristan charged on this target and the charge was a powerful blow. The target and enemies nearby take massive damage from the head and are knocked away. Additional enemies in a moderate range around Tristan taunted by him. So it's second tank pretty much. Tristan wields a Supreme Arbiter Hammer, a powerful melee weapon that can also be used as a grenade launcher at range. Really? When Tristan is in the party, he has a 24% chance to reveal hidden objects around you automatically. This can only occur if you can't reveal it yourself, such as by having too low of an observation skill. Enemies are more likely to target Tristan, hostile effects on him last half as long. Every 3 melee attacks by Tristan activate his hammer's grenade, didn't bonus physical damage. No, a grenade is better. When choosing to start a fight using dialogue, Tristan will always taunt enemies in addition to any other speech attacks effect. Oh, that's actually not too bad. When choosing to start a fight using dialogue, Tristan will always frighten enemies in addition. Frighten the target's flees from coin for 8 seconds. Causes aggression, forcing the afflicted to attack the player. Oh, can be useful. While Tristan is exposed to uranium, he rapidly regenerates health. Interesting. How that's supposed to work? Tristan's in Uranium. His companion ability just considerably faster. Yeah, the regeneration better. At least he will not die from it. That's already something. Ashes they will carry much. I was curious about his side mission. I guess to trigger it I need to return to the ship, but I'm not entirely sure. How could we return? Oh yeah. Now have members from each side of the conflict, pretty much. Wherever he is. Select active pet and spot. This ordinary drone wears the extraordinary insignia of the Earth Directorate. Some of the instructions were available on the back of the in body periodicals until the involuntary recall due to random outburst of buttons. But this Nile, stout-hearted fellow would never harm you. A fellow agent, probably. Okay. However, that's supposed to work. This is so ridiculous. Where's Tristan? I wanted to speak with him. Because that could be good deter to go and finish his part also. Oh yeah, he finally removed a helmet.
This ship is certainly quaint. The grease stains and thrice retrofitted pipes give one the thrilling impression that the ship might burst into flames at any moment. I suppose there's something charming about its lived-in nature. Nevertheless, I have availed myself of the ship's cleaning supplies. Unsightliness is an enemy as sure as any other.
I just wanted to tell him if he don't like all the spots, he could just clean them, and well, seems like that's what he is going to do. Though it all looks dirty as hell still. Alright. I have no idea how to continue on his quest anyhow. Discuss matters.
Certainly. I consider myself an open tome.
I'd like to gouge your opinion of the crew.
Who amongst our motley assortment would you care to discuss?
All of them. What do you think of Niles?
I find Agent Avaira most curious. His system of values differs from my own, but not so much as I would expect. I look forward to understanding him better. He faces an interesting dilemma as an isolated member of the Earth Directorate. As do you, of course. I hope you both remain steadfast to your values.
What about Val?
She is an endearing piece of engineering. Her continued functionality, despite her advanced age, speaks to a skilled caretaker. Though she retains certain quirks. Earlier, she bumped into my head, bleating, "Please do your part to keep the incognito clean. Remove any and all foreign mineral deposits."
I mean, he wanted to clean it anyway. What about Inez?
She is an enemy combatant, and were I not in your command, I would be honor-bound to bring her low. Yet, she is also oddly intriguing. She does not possess the scavenger's appetite of her colleagues. Perhaps if I came to know her better, I might, find techniques to use against her fellows. Her decision to break from the corporatists is impressive indeed. I merely hope it does not muddy the waters of her resolve.
Okay. And those on order cunning?
Marisol possesses a calculating resolve that has nothing to do with mathematics. Had I anything to fear from her, she would have struck already. I can work alongside her, but I shall keep my guard high nonetheless.
All right.
Verily, idle gossip hardly suits an arbiter anyhow.
Yeah, but you don't want to tell me what's your investigation. What about it? Where should we go? Because I can help him with his investigation. Can't do much about it. Okay, what was your upbringing like?
Straightforward. I was trained from a young age under the tutelage of Supreme Arbiter Marthana Andros, alongside my co-protege. Only those rated most highly on the Protectorate Acumen test could be placed even among the ranks of Arbiters. And to be mentored by the Supreme Arbiter herself was a great honor. Moreover, she taught her proteges to seek out evidence before judging as they saw fit, despite the fact that an arbiter needs nothing of the sort to declare something a crime.
I'm surprised corruption isn't a bigger problem with the arbiters.
An arbiter would never abuse their power. Every action we take is on behalf of the Sovereign and upholding the Protectorate. In any other society, I could see such a scenario resulting in anarchy, but the Protectorate is matriarch ordained. Our devotion is ironclad.
Yeah, that seems like exactly taking most devoted people for this role and then training them. Most fanatical ones in a way. Why do you think the Supreme Arbiter taught you to back up your judgments?
As the Protectorate's most elite, we proteges needed to be able to think flexibly and adapt to situations that faced us should they require adaptation. At least, I believe that's why. Would that I could still ask her. Alas.
Well, actually making sure a crime happened before you punish someone. Impressive.
Sneer all you like, but our society has operated in this manner for more than 100 years. Normally, arbiters do not need to prosecute, for all operate as they should.
That's what you're saying.
Ask, and I shall answer.
That's enough for now. Okay. Well, a bit more information on the Protectorate. Nothing really new. Alright, I have nothing else to do but actually go to the new place. Seems like. I have only this fetch quest of collection. It's all at least half done. But I didn't find the rest of the items, so that's what it is. Alright. Follow Devry to Greater Tranquility Substation. Having learned of Devry nefarious plans, you must prepare to confront her at Greater Tranquility Substation, where the peace talks are being held. Take care of any unfinished business before proceeding to the substation. Once you disembark, you cannot leave until Devry is dealt with. Interesting. It kinda sounds like final mission, but it logically shouldn't be, should it? Discuss the situation with your crew. I thought I already did. Not sure that I can do anything else about it. Okay, let's fly to the place. Let's make separate save. I pretty much did everything that I could before. Yeah, the hole is growing, we still need to deal with this. So peace talks, it can be anyhow final mission or whatever, we just need to deal with Devry, yes. But we still need to, well, deal with the main problem of this place. No, I'm not taking him. Let's take Granny. Granny is the smart one. We need someone smarter than I am. Because Niall's probably not the case. Same for the big guy.
I know observational data is important, but I hate seeing these rifts so close.
Yeah, we need to deal with this stuff. It's actually dangerous. Well, as long as they cannot use these rifts, we should be fine. It's a dark place. Where are all the people even? How big the place is? Quite tiny actually. No, nobody need anything here anyway, seems like. I better not jump there. So how are we supposed to... where are we supposed to go even? Getting that way.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
I'm not entirely sure how that can help, but it maybe will prevent from doing something what I wouldn't like to see being done. That's an order, people.
Oh. Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late.
Oh, really? Well, threatening him is a bit questionable, but okay. She warned you about me, and you still didn't knock the door. You must have a death wish.
I certainly don't wish it. Yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
This one's a potential font of useful information, dear. You just need to administer the proper application of force.
You do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it.
Sir Wiley said just as much, but when I showed the errors in his thinking, he stood down.
That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast.
Are you sure about that? Wiley also thought he could predict the future. You think your plans will hold do better?
No, I mean, yes. Stop attempting to scramble my thoughts. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself.
That doesn't make any sense. I'll show you mercy, same as I did with the monster hostages, if you tell me everything.
But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different. Those at the monastery were not standing in your path.
Well, you cleared the Centurion over your hand. I'd say you deserve a second chance.
How can you say that without knowing me? And mean it? Your resolve is unmistakable, and it's quickly becoming all too clear I've no option left but to trust you. Fine then, I surrender. See this screen? Agent DeVries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent DeVries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
Oof. That's such a mess. So... You found your way to the hangar Debris landed in, but the trail has gone cold. You should investigate to find out where she went. You learned that the debris is hidden to the broadcast booth, overlooking the forum where the peace talks are taking place. But before I can confront her, you need to contend with her team of agents in the turbine chamber and her well-armed guards in the refinery. Okay, broadcast booth overlooking the forum. Well, can I see the way there? That's the question. Because that doesn't help that much. Wait a second. Yeah, there are different layers of it. And broadcast booth. That's on lower floor pretty much.
No time to waste. Let's have a look at those plans.
Yeah, reasonable. Map of Great Tranquil Station Wing 3. The monitor displays a map of the station, evident and annotated by Avaira. Her first team of agents is to hold the landing pad. The second team is to make their way through the turbine chamber. The third team is to guard the exit in the refinery. Avaira herself will make for the broadcast booth overlooking the forum chamber, as the delegates are to meet. All that we know. We need to go down pretty much, I think. That should work and lead us down. Hey, good Chocobo. Long time no see. Tio, what's going on here?
We need to find us a fuse to get this whole thing operational again.
Amazing.
Protectorate's own leader is beyond his depth. He and his ilk won't...
A box that typically contains a fuse to complete a power circuit. The fuse appears to be missing. Wow, I can make makeshift one. Perfect.
Anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping redworm.
Have the mechanical function commands. All the mechanics in the sector are activated and are on patrol. Can you disable river targeting protocol? Acknowledge that the mechanics targeting protocol reverted. Do you wish to write this command to cottage? Yeah. Where can I show it though? There is any other place where I can show them to control? Hard to say. That's so much trash. Too much trash. Target station target protocol. This cartridge contains modified targeting directives, auto mechanics, and greater target substation. Hard to say where I can show this, but I surely should do it somewhere.
Emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for
Seems like there is something there.
for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Not bad. Some small bonuses. Okay, we can disable the mechanicals from here. Let's move. But have everything loaded? Oh yeah, that's the way. This panel controls deployed auto-mechanicals dragoons and can be used to modify their directives. Yep, let's switch the targeting protocols.
I don't favor fighting on two fronts, but it's not looking like we have another choice.
Well, they're fighting for us. Sucks to be enemies of these guys. Oh, wait a second. It's still our enemies, I guess. Oh, it doesn't matter. Have perfect weapon against them anyway.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself.
Okay. So, well, logic got already through all her forces. Now we just need to get
for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
I get that way we can get way faster to the place. We still need to get through. Although maybe we can find some alternative route. Well, it's a bit tricky to go like this, although I should be fine. Not sure why I need the fuse. It opens there.
Our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive
I
action.
guess I will get fuse here.
After hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live,
I would remind you that these innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are
Okay.
that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
I'm still not sure is time anyhow going or not. Logically it should be frozen, but
the mere prediction of our arrival years ago sent you into a tizzy. Isn't that right?
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes,
yeah, that's
but
some
things
kind
have taken
of weird
somewhat of a
attempt
turn.
route or whatever that
After the
is.
Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Yeah, I actually didn't even need to
Welcome
climb
the
there,
news
did
of
I?
your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
Oh, freelancer work to both sides, so they should be agreed on that at least. Another one. What is this green thing? It's not like I can do something about that. That's a little bit tricky. That's not what I planned, but my character decided otherwise and just jumped there. I can't even return probably. Amazing. My character just flied forward. I just went on the ground. Glad I think I saved right before that. Or not. Where am I?
I'd like like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no
before that. Okay.
physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes, but things have taken somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold.
I can jump in front.
Worrisome indeed.
Okay, so what can we do? Yeah, I can see which one is chosen. And I would expect that there would be some connection. But no, there is not. But this is knocked. I'm a bit confused. But here... I mean, with time dilations may be possible to go through. Yeah, it is actually. Not sure how others supposed to do it. Good old teleportation, I suppose. Okay, where am I? According to the map. I'm getting closer, but I'm still not there.
According to my analysis prior to this meeting.
Workbench. It appears to be a makeshift weapons workbench with a toolbox containing miscellaneous parts of the for mods. The mods appear mostly assembled. However, there is only enough for the final component to complete one of them. Now I can easily do it. Machine pistol, explosive rounds, shock cannon, biomass converter, triple blade, plasma blade. That's all useless, pretty much. Okay, whatever.
Enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success should a treaty
This unit
or
welcomes you
alliance
to
be
the
agreed
utility
upon.
atrium. My records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station, but I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it.
Yeah. The station has been decommissioned for decades. Why are you still here?
Searching my records. Ah, yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto was as follows. I need someone to have eyes on my explosive friends. But I do not have eyes. Praise be to the Sovereign, for he knows precisely what to provide his subjects.
Praised be in the end. It's Blackhead. It's a weirdly styled thing. Gain increased critical hit chance against Ultimax. If Ultimax hacking is unlocked with the Manor Research perk, Ultimax may now be hacked from distance. With critical hit chance and hack distance increase with your hack skill. Kind of interesting one. It's a very unique one for sure. But still mine is better, but yeah, interesting. The problem is it's unclear how much crit chance it will give. I already have crit chance credentials now. Guess I don't need it.
Warning. Access to storage has not been granted. Please exit the vicinity immediately.
I sure will. But yeah, it's possible to take his hand. Oh, I don't need to. I was just curious what's on the other side. Right, we have sabotage to stop. We better not linger much here. What the hell? Some spam. A vendor. Oh, that might not harm. Can I buy something useful? Like some heavy rounds, for example? Yeah, it's much cheaper than buying something else. I have plenty of chance and all the rest, so I don't need it, I guess. Pitchbow card, +5 health. Not much, but that's something. Also see an Autodoc somewhere here. So many uses of him. Am I using the right one, by the way? Yeah. Use 531 instantly, increasing up to 2 times that amount the closer you are to death. The problem is that uses giving me 93 toxicity, though giving tons of toxicity. Pretty much overload me from the first usage. Have to say it's fine, I guess.
Good spot for what I used to call opportunistic field resupply and intelligence acquisition. Or a quick ransacking.
Okay. From Provost Iglesias, important announcement. I commend you for seeking clarification on the decommission process. While subject is wise to ask questions, you ought to package any item in the utility repository that is not deprecated and ready it for export. The majority of the Veracnid mines, specifically, are to be shipped to Cloister to bolster maintenance on the archive. However, several select units are to remain behind and receive a device installation. That's a new security measure, I'm told. Please speak to Mechanist De Soto if you wish to know specifics. Yeah, De Soto is the owner of this auto-mechanical vendor left. No, quick run second. Quick sprint second. Okay, I can go there. Not entirely sure which way we need to go. This one maybe? Not really. See on. Oh, not much you can do about it. Do you need to remove fuse? If I remove fuse, it will look it. So I logically don't. It's exactly the way I need to go. So I need more fuses, I can always craft more. It's not a problem. Just this shotgun.
I'm starting to get an eerie feeling, like someone's got their lamps on us.
That's a current. That's nice. Don't really useful loot usually. That looks like some third spawners or the center spawners. Yeah. The Bree might be already aware that we're coming for her. This how power lock out the mechanical's base. The proper code's deployment can be fully disabled. Target mechanics right codes. I get this. How can I try? Well, I guess I can trust them. Use the cartridge to disable all of the mechanical base. Perfect. Nope. Oh yeah. So stop her troops. The rest switch their teams, and auto mechanicals also stumped. She have no aces up her sleeves. Nothing. Where's burn shot? Oh, I need to find a way on the other side, I suppose.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
What happened?
He'll go no further in this
Supposed to never miss this gun.
Standing by to stupefy. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Would not refuse medical support.
Are you kidding me? How did he manage? Oh, what? Wait, what? The hell killed me, huh? That wasn't expected.
Looking a few courts low, Commander.
That absolutely didn't work. Okay, I get it. This weapon sucks. Well, okay, can keep it for some other purposes. Can be good for circling around. Yeah, they're quite powerful.
Thank you, dear.
Couple snipers, couple of lockers. Because they have trauma kids. I guess I need to get a couple of users from here. Oh, it's not like it's created way further. Not entirely sure how to get to the other side. This thing, well, I guess that is the way, because I don't see alternative.
Fastest way forward is through!
No more of them spawned, I suppose, on the other side.
I have a fix on their weakness.
I guess when you talk to it, the other one.
What are you doing down there?
Adversary won't go for talk of.
Oh, have you given up? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. What are you doing down there? Oh, have you
You
given
just
up?
scream the same shit.
I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat.
Yep. I wasn't sure that he is aiming at me, but he just one-shot in. This is difficult, yeah.
Back and scan.
I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat.
Can we need to have one shot in a weapon?
What are you doing?
I wish I would have one.
Have you given up?
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
It literally was with
Narration is not
debuff
optional, Commander.
that should stun him after headshot, at least. But he is immune to that. Ridiculous.
So close. One elevator ride away from having debris in our crosshairs.
Snipers are OP as hell. And of course no sniper rifle from any of them. This one had assault rifles, they didn't use assault rifles. And the sniper rifles are taken by doing 100 damage. How much HP I have, out of curiosity, huh? I have 1000 HP and they one-shot on me, huh? Through armor and everything. So they're doing like more than 1100 of damage. Amazing, right? No, first things. Used more trauma kits than medical supplies, really, because I'm being one-shotted all the time. With best armor I can get. Alright, I guess we need this one. Doesn't seem like I can get anything here. Broadcast records, controls records and now 3 entries in particular. Video and intercom systems enabled to the Sovereign's unknown address. Broadcasting throughout station and system is completed. Intercom systems enabled to commence the commission's procedures. Broadcasting throughout station is complete. Video and intercom system enabled for reason undisclosed. Broadcasting throughout station still in progress. Yeah, somebody doing this. Automation Sovereign address. Sovereign announced the creation of the Vox Initiative and how it will serve the people well for centuries to come. The Sovereign thanks the Order of the Ascendant for their steadfast and thorough research, promising great scientific advancement in the years to come. Finally, the Sovereign announced the birth of his first child, Henry. The Sovereign trusts everyone will embrace his son as their beloved leader when the time is right. Before this address is broadcast to Arcadian subjects, all footage must be edited and submitted to the Office of the Council for approval. The designated editor has specifically been advised to elaborate upon the Sovereign's language regarding to his son. Affectionate words inspire affection in kind. Deserves of the Sovereign subject reflection in progress. As the commission process winds down here at Greater Tranquility Substation, I can't help but look about and reminisce on all that was done here. We've made significant technological strides here, as you've been so generous to point out in your many visits. My hope is that our research will prove abundantly fruitful as the Vox program is initiated. With this final sign-off and a toast to the matriarch, allow me to say that delivering your good word, my dear Sovereign, to the people of Arcadia has been the greatest honor of my life. Sincerely, Provost Ambrose Iglesias. Okay. It doesn't help much. It doesn't give much of information either. But so yeah. It's kinda glowing. Kinda works. Oh yeah, that's how it works. Didn't get that sniffed.
I suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between
Check
our
out all of them.
if we wish to proceed with a merger, an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly quabbles over power. Especially when presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight does not win wars. A military's might does. Our very own officer Carl
She killed everyone.
exploiting weaknesses in the Protectorate to great effect. Do you have such guile?
So you think...
Oh, there they are. Right out in the open. Let's speed this up. We can't have gotten law before DeVries goes through with her plan.
That's reasonable.
Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than...
Come on.
Welcome,
Move, damn you.
Yes, he struggled to...
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Avaira, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why.
Oh really? Who could thought why? Why would we come here? Didn't you get our message from the monastery? I was hardly surprised.
Yes, I do recall your begging me not to do this. Hardly the work of a master negotiator, let alone two. I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again.
These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them.
Why?
This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late.
I will mind. Tell me what the peace talks have to do with the rifts.
Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data, and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology.
Well, with that part I can agree. Well, I can understand that one of them can control, the others not. That's the reason to not make peace, so Audrey will keep it on its own or what? Or be too busy to not do anything, but if nobody will do anything, we'll be screwed with this. So we're doing this because we have a grudge against Auntie's Choice. Let's try to bite her.
Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter knows that you cannot trust a corporation with the kind of power that comes with controlling rifts. The Order should know better. It's as if they've forgotten how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's law, Augustine. You could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means.
She blamed believe in this stupid plan. Well, didn't you ever consider the Order may have gotten it wrong?
No. I saw their models. The Protectorate in all their ignorance would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. Fascists are nothing if not predictable.
Well, on that I can agree. Well, I don't care about the past. My concern is the delegates here now.
You are focused entirely on the wrong thing. Wars come and go. Civilizations can rebuild. But this manner of destruction is something nothing can come back from. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts, and only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander.
What's the options, damn it? Well, the problem is, she have a point. Yes, Greedy Corporation get this tag. At the same time, it's not like they have the tag or they will be given the tag. Order is order, and it's fine. But continue mindlessly killing each other, wow. In the process, first of all, everybody will be too busy to close rifts. So rifts will just tear apart the galaxies themselves. Secondary, in process of war, people who control the tech or know how to do it might die, which also will lead to loss of tech and loss of the galaxy, which is also not good. only through peace we can achieve it, I guess, so... Well, violence is a last resort now, it's not the first.
How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right
Not
now.
really. Right now she actually finally speaks to us. Well, we all want the same thing here, to stop the rifts, to save Arcadia.
You're wrestling fire here. You know that, right?
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse.
There's another way to help the order, you just haven't considered it yet.
Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the order from itself.
Either second or third, I would say. Well, first also think will not stop anything. It's also possible, yeah. Well, about corruption, hard to say. Well, they kind of focused on their things, yeah. No, the order is stronger than you give them credit for. Temporal Alliance won't corrupt them.
The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership with a void-damned corporation puts the lie to that. Proves they'll sell their precious beliefs if it's convenient enough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet.
Well, not true. Your friend Savannah believes in you. She said that you deserve a second chance.
Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live.
I don't really care whether she live or not. I need her to stop, that's the thing. And then I need to stop the rifts. Well, she's a very good agent. Like, if she still, her goal, now I know that her goal all the way was to stop rifts, not use them in some weird faith or whatever, then she is the one that can help to undo them. I believe you can redeem yourself, make things right again.
Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved.
Really? Just like that? Praetor, once it's finished, the rift's gonna finally close. Not fully understand how that works. She definitely understand the situation better than I do. You don't have to stand down, Devry. We can work together.
That's kind. But there's a reason I only ever worked alone, Commander. I'm at my limit. I know you can save us. And this cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here, it's yours.
It might be useful.
May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
Rifts. The things that we're supposed to stop. That doesn't look good, not gonna lie. I mean, it looks fancy, but it doesn't look good. Yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to stop. The explosion of the universe.
On a scale of impendingly disastrous
They're still there, though.
catastrophic, this seems, well, we should run.
I could agree. But first, loot and corpses.
Follow me, quick!
Okay. Damn, she's fast. Oh! Damn it! What the hell? Now headshot can like in Doom or something in the middle of the screen. Those funny bug. Okay. And they're just casually walking out like I'm jumping like crazy to escape. They just nothing.
Come on, Commander, huff and puff it.
Huff and puff? What do you even mean by that? I have no clue. Person went to shit, that's apparent enough. I'm so running. Okay, back to the ship. It's unlocked everything so we can get there fast. Oh yeah. Well, escape for others is pretty much on them. Yeah, something went wrong. That's a lot of rifts, not just one. We had Persona 1 and slowly grow.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of
It's not like it was different before.
Update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines.
Yeah, it's not like I followed any guidelines before. Nah, I'm trying to save this place. This place was turned to shit from the beginning, so that's the whole reason why agents are here. What does that mean exactly? Well?
The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations.
Time for good old slaughter. Anything about mission objectives?
I
I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms De Vries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose.
Kind of reasonable, yeah, first to process data and then decide what to do. What can you tell me about the archive?
The archive is the largest and most powerful computer in existence. It is built into the moon of Cloister and was built by the Order of the Ascendant with the Matriarch's input. Control over the archive has changed several times since the invasion. Currently, the Protectorate has possession of it. Conclusion: the archive will not be easily accessible.
And where exactly is this prototype rift modulator on Praetor?
The prototype rift modulator is located within the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Information on the center indicates
Protectorate.
it is a laboratory dedicated to the study of rifts. Reaching the lab may involve violence. A Protectorate blockade has been erected between our designated landing pad and the center.
What a surprise. That sounds tricky. Any chance we can get help from the Order on this choice?
Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters.
Then they will be cooperative. That's convenient. Then yeah, I need to get to the archive first. And then I need to bring the data if the plan still continues the same road. What would be the benefit for working with one faction or the other?
The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience and governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this.
I don't think we need this, really. We don't really need Auntie's Choice, but we also don't need just war. For them, it's better to be just small power in the Galaxy. Order is much better. Because, yeah, corporations definitely sucks. It's one of the most evil corporations of them all. Well, thanks for the information. I'll think about it.
Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander?
Well, modulator, hard to say what it does, really. Yeah? I'm not fully understand. What's the options then? Don't fully understand what is the modulator, really. Yeah? Like, she mentioned closing the rifts, stopping them, but at the same time, it's now many of them. And we even just kind of, if we stop modulator, use modulator to stop all of them, then we kind of done. Why would I need an archive? So, but archive can give me information that might will help to actually use properly the later. So I'm going to begin with the archive and cloister with more information.
Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal.
Tell me what it says.
Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program.
Amazing.
Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
That's interesting. Okay then. What a mess. Let me look at the astrogator. So this is Undisputed Claim. The flagship of Auntie's Choice, the Undisputed Claim, has everything Interstellar Corporation need in a spacefaring home office. Executive suites, meeting rooms, troop barracks, hangar base, medical facilities, upscale dining, downscale dining, nightlife, even a Boston shopping center. Validated Esplanade, okay. I get it. Cloister. This ice moon's eccentric orbit around Elysium barely keeps it in the habitable zone, though it remains host to Laplace Garden, an order of the Ascendant Stronghold. Cloister's permafrost provided the perfect housing for the archive, the largest computational machine ever built. This calculatory devices liquid cooled to a functional temperature by close subsurface air. Yeah, that's actually quite smart. Like, you can build a very powerful computer, and at the same time, yeah, you will not need to think how to deal with the heat it will produce. Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much I have two of their bases and Praetor. The Grey Moon owes its forbidding nature to unique orbital mechanics. Steadily locked in Elysium's shadow, Praetor's surface remains in perpetual darkness, lit by the bioluminescence of native fungi and nocturnal predators. An overabundance of atmospheric voltage rakes the landscape with electrical storms. Praetor is only habitable thanks to its lightning mitigation stations and dome settlements. Well, I need to get more information, plus in the way I will probably deal more with Audrey and we'll see how they operate. And that will help me to decide what to do with them eventually. So yeah, Cloister is very reasonable. Then I can decide with the rest. What do I know specifically? So, let's return full space and time. The read data suggests that there are Protectorate scientists on Praetor who have supposedly built a device that can unfold rifts. Acquiring this gadget is the first step to permanently close the rifts. Can acquire the prototype. Yeah. What about the other? Information supplied by De Vries revealed that the rift data from the Earth Directorate satellite is key to closing the rifts and saving the system from sudden destruction. But obtaining means to quickly process such an immense amount of data won't be easy. Okay, talk to Auntie's Choice or the Ordering to help him take the archive. Protectorate defenses and the archive may be hard to topple on your own. Seeking out reinforcements from other factions in the region may be prudent. But the Choice might be willing to help you gain access to the archive. A representative can be found the Undisputed Claim. The Order might be willing to help you gain access to the archive. Visit their headquarters at Laplace Garden. Utilize the archive to process the rift data. The Earth Directorate rift data needs to be processed, and Cloister Worldspan computer is the only machine powerful enough to do it. Yeah, amazing. Reasonable to do it first. So Tranquility maintenance. Access card for grid. Yeah, that I don't need. Alright, yeah, we have a couple missions for sure. Probably also get some new line of companion missions or something. Mentioned by the way. No hiring. Invaluable disposable agent. At the conclusion of the peace talks, Altus Choice representatives send you an invitation to the corporate flagship. Well, again, I should visit it probably. It's kind of next black marketplace in a way. But okay, not today. Let's finish for now. We'll continue this tomorrow. But yeah, it seems like the game not near the end anyhow. Oh, which is understandable. I need to reach at least level 20 before that. Because of the perks that I have. But okay. At least so far everything goes fine as planned. Like the build works. I managed to proceed and at the same time finding the best possible outcome each time so far. So yeah, that's quite satisfying. In any case, today should be the evening Divinity, and tomorrow we'll continue with the Outer World. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye, Calvin.